that no toxins can reside in the water. And just a reminder here, everything you eat and everything you drink goes out your elimination system. So what feeds your cells? It's the energy of the food you eat, the energy of the drinks that you, and all that is carried on the water molecule, carried to the cellular level. So when we structure water, we make water healthy. And I was just reminded, I talked to a plumber just a couple of days ago from the Bay Area, California. Installs most of the units in that area. And he said when he first witnessed this, he went out in somebody's yard and they were just absolutely, looking around, the yard was absolutely beautiful, green. Everything was just right there, as you would hope it would be. And all the ponds, everything flourishing, everything growing very, very nicely. So why don't we get on with the call, and you guys can ask me any questions, and I'll bring you up to speed as to where I am and where structured water will take you. So let's go.
All right. Thanks, Clayton. All right, we'll get started here. Just a reminder for those of you who are just joining our call, if you have questions for Clayton tonight, just press *2 on your phone. That'll put you in the question queue, and we'll get to your questions in the order that they're received. All right, let's get started with our first caller. First caller is from California, phone number ending in 9455. If that's you, go ahead.
Yes, that's me. Hi, this is Alexandra in Mill Valley, California. Nice to be on the call with you all. Clayton, firstly, I just want to say I love my shower. I look forward to showering. But I want to ask you how to address people's questions about radiation, since that has been a topic, especially on the West Coast. If you could speak to that, it would be great.
Sure. Radiation is just another toxin. However, radiation does contaminate virtually everything, and especially everything physical. So when you would structure irradiated water, it would make the water healthy. The problem with radiation, however, is that it contaminates the particles in the water. So you would have to address that issue by filtering, removing all the total dissolved solids, basically, or the particles, the physical of the water. But structuring it will actually alleviate the radiation effect in the water. And again, it's not an easy thing to overcome. But again, if it's just the water, and the water is let's say free from the particle, you can make it healthy. So.
And just a follow-up question on that in terms of removing the particles. A lot of people have, whole house systems. Are the whole house systems that are generally sold, is that sufficient for the particle removal that you're speaking of, or is something more considerable required?
Oh no, you would have to have a very low micron filter, which would actually remove the particles. Our house unit is again has to do with energy. Energetically, it removes all toxins. If you want to remove the physical toxins, you have to have a filter of some sort. The other thing would be reverse osmosis. However, all these things, when irradiated material would enter into, say, an RO unit, it would contaminate that RO unit. It would virtually contaminate everything physical that the radiation comes in contact with. So you can distill the water, you can RO the water, and that will generally remove all the physical components, and then just structure it beyond that. Natural action technologies structuring will, again, remove the toxicity from the water itself. It will energetically neutralize it. Am I still on?
Yeah, you're still on. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm sorry. I just came off mute. Thank you, Clayton, for that.
Okay. And that's, it's happening out there. But you have to realize radiation is an ongoing thing. All it takes is just knocking a neutron out of orbit from an atom, and you got radiation. So it's happening all around us, and has been since the beginning of time. So if nature could not alleviate that condition, we would have been gone a long, long time ago. I'll guarantee you that.
That's really good to hear, Clayton. Thank you. And I don't know if you have anything that you can just say to us West Coasters. There's just a lot of information out there about radiation, and if you're aware of the situation, and kind of if you could give us sort of a bird's eye view of how to view that and how to respond to people, particularly with issues around water and just general living. I'd love to hear what you have to say around that.
Again, radiation does exist all around. We at Natural Action Technologies will be exploring this to a greater extent, and we will find a solution for the contaminated materials. We have it on the drawing board. It's just a matter of getting it out there. So just hang in there, and we will make it much more simply, let's say, answer for everyone out there. But radiation is a difficult one. It's kind of like salt in the water. Well, not really. Salt in the water is good for you, and getting rid of it is difficult. Radiation is not good for you generally, and but again, if we're dealing just with the water, then it can be neutralized. So, and I know that there's a lot of misinformation, but this is it's kind of the way of the world. I really hope that more people can come to realize, that we are doing everything we can, everything in our power to bring you, the public, the greatest opportunity for health and well-being. And that's my goal. My goal is to see it in every household on the planet in my lifetime. So.
Thank you so much, Clayton.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. Let's go to our next caller. This is from Kansas, phone number ending in 0261. If that's you, go ahead with your question.
Hello? My name is Cynthia. Hi, and I just wanted to say, Clayton, I so appreciate you and your work. I have a portable unit and a shower unit, and my goal is to restore health. But this is my 8th month on the structured water, and I can't notice anything. I know it's working, but I just thought, when am I going to see or feel something? And so my basic question is, I don't think I get how hydration works, how the body uses the water to hydrate and plump up the cells. How gradual is that?
Well, pretty much, if you have a shower unit or a portable unit, hydration, whatever water that you would pass through it, that water becomes instantly available at the cellular level as you drink it and or shower and or bathe in it. So the question here is that you don't see it, but do your friends, your neighbors, your family see it? You know, we don't always see the changes within ourselves, but usually people around us see it right away. You know.
Sure.
So the other thing I'm going to say to you is, you know, if you want to see a quickening of the changes that are happening, it comes down to providing more energy, or let's say releasing more energy from the water. The way you would do that is, when you're going to drink water from your portable, would be to run the water multiple times through the portable. What that does is it increases the energy of the water, and so provides you a much quicker, let's say, response at your cellular level. Things react more quickly with more energy. It's just that simple.
Okay, so it just goes into the cell and out of the cell, and that's what hydration is.
Yes, hydration basically is a water molecule entering into a cell, and the problem here is most tap water, most bottled water, most surface water, and I'm going to give you some science here. It's basically it has to do with the viscosity or the water tension, and so the water tension on all these things, bottled water, surface water, tap water, generally speaking, the surface tension has to be below 46 dynes. That's D-Y-N-E-S. That's a measurement of surface tension. So and all the surface water, tap water, bottled water is nominally 72 to 84 dynes. So how do we get that water down to 46? Well, a simple way is to structure it. One pass through a portable unit drops it just below 46. More passes, more pressure, drops it lower. So, but if you don't have a structuring unit, then your body has to make the water usable, and that's why your the temperature of your body is 98.6. That high temperature basically aids the water to become more close to being usable. But the functions of your body have to make it so. So, I mean, I say this, and I say this to the greatest humility. Basically, for you to, I mean, anybody, it used to be 50 years old. Now it's a lot less, like 35. The amount of energy that your body has to put out to make the water usable at the cellular level. Basically, you could light your house up for a month if you could convert that energy back to electricity. So, all the energy now that would normally go into making the water usable, when you do have a natural action technology structuring unit, that water is instantaneously usable. So all that energy now can be utilized to repair and to bring your cellular structure back to what it was originally intended to be. The actual act of hydration, it occurs when your body again makes the water, or brings the tension of the water down to that 46 dyne level. Then every cell in your body that needs hydration will be calling for it. And the water molecules travel in clusters. Basically, when the tension on the water gets down low, the cluster could be